mission to monitor the Cali cartel at their base at Monte Cassino. He refused the idea of recruiting extra thugs as suggested by Pablo Escobar to assist him on the mission. Instead of adhering to instructions, the QUICA decided to follow Pablo's accountants to collect money meant for the hiring of the thugs. He would later murder the accountants after collecting the money meant for the thugs. During the process, La QUICA was chased down and arrested by DEA agents Murphy and Pina, alongside search block troops. On arrest, La QUICA would give up information on the location of the rival Cali cartel members, which led to the murder of the men. The killings of the cartel members by the DEA agents and troops would later lead to the raid being halted. The arrest...
See, you see what happened when you bite the hand that feeds you? Obviously, Pablo told him what to do and what not to do. See, the thing about Pablo, he was smart. You feel me? If you can make $60 million a day, that means you smart. If you can go all these years and put all, all this dirt, do all this stuff and not get caught, have that much power, you smart. He obviously told him what to do. He didn't want to do it. I mean, sometimes you gotta let people learn on their own. But he had to learn the hard way. If he just would have listened, probably wouldn't have got caught.
Mr. QUICA was arrested in the United States on September 25th, 1991. He had earlier traveled to the United States, arriving in Miami before proceeding to Los Angeles and New York. Federal agents got information from Colombia about his arrival in the United States. The QUICA was subsequently arrested while using a payphone in the Jackson area of Queens, New York. With him were two other men who were all arrested for traveling to the States with a fake passport. According to officials at the time of their arrest, La QUICA and the other two men had no guns, neither were they armed.
This revolutionary new device can remove up to 10 times more earwax than a traditional cotton swab.
They offered no...
That's crazy, for real.
Officials would later identify La QUICA's identity, as he had stated his name as Esteban Restrepo Echeverria. The information provided by La QUICA was later dispelled after fingerprint reports from Colombia officials confirmed his real identity. La QUICA was suspected to have traveled to the United States on an assassination mission, with one of his targets suspected to be Max Mermelstein.
That's crazy how he got caught. And then it's like, he already hot, you feel me? His name is hot. Once they look his real name up, it's pretty much over with. And that sounds like that's pretty much what happened, you feel me? That's why you gotta stay away from them phones. He got caught at the phone. You gotta stay, I know back then, you gotta stay away from them phones.
Mermelstein was a former drug smuggler who had worked under Pablo Escobar. He was expected to implicate Pablo following the death of Barry Seal. Barry Seal was a former pilot who became a major drug dealer for the Merlin cartel under the command of Pablo Escobar. Following his arrest and conviction, Barry would later help Drug Enforcement Administration on other drug trials before his assassination on February 19th, 1986. Following La QUICA's arrest...
so he was a snitch, basically. He ended up snitching on people and got killed.
He was convicted for faking his identity and convicted for 1 month. He was also sentenced to a term of 6 years in jail for the possession of a fake passport. During his time in jail, he was linked to the bombing of Avianca Flight 203, with instructions coming from Pablo Escobar. Avianca Flight 203 was bound for Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Airport in Cali after departing El Dorado International Airport, Bogota. 110 people lost their lives, including 2 American citizens who were victims. La QUICA was charged with numerous offenses. Among them were importation and distribution of cocaine. He was also...
So basically, he was in jail for what he did, fake passport, for about 6 years. While he in jail, they find out he a part of the cartel in Colombia. They found out who he really is. That's crazy. So I don't know who, Colombia, they probably was looking for him, found out I connected him, he in jail, and they probably informed them like, hey, this man is dangerous. He did this, he did that, he did this, and he a part of this. And that's sad. And he got, you know, it's over with after that. You feel me? You're not getting out. You're not getting out.
Also charged for the bombing of the plane and murder of the 2 Americans who were on the ill-fated Avianca Flight 203. In total, QUICA had 13 counts leveled against him, with many witnesses testifying about his crimes, killings, the brutality of people during his time as a member of the Medellin cartel. After his first trial was deemed a mistrial, QUICA was later convicted and sentenced to 10 life sentences, including with additional 45 years to be served successfully.
10 life. That means he died, he come back to life. He died, he come back to life. He still got to do his life. He died, come back to life. Plus 45 years. I mean, but I can't say they wrong for killing, bro. He got over 1,000 bodies, bro. And a lot of them is probably innocent people. Now, I ain't talking about the people that he assassinated because they, you know, they crossed Pablo or they snitched or they cheated him out of money or they was just a rival cartel because, you know, they was all part of their life. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but I understand that more. Now, innocent people, that plane situation, I don't think that to me, that's uncalled for. If you trying to get one person, you take out a whole plane, that's uncalled for.
QUICA would become the first person in American history to be convicted under a 1956 federal law. The law stated that anyone responsible for the bombing of an aircraft committed a crime punishable by the law. He was also on trial for a law made in 1976, which permitted the United States to try foreign citizens involved in crimes leading to the death of an American citizen. During his trials, another suspect was arrested for the bombing of Avianca Flight 203. The suspect was Carlos Mario Alzate, who had earlier admitted to the crime. Despite that testimony from Carlos Mario Alzate, QUICA was convicted and sent to a supermax prison in Colorado. In the present time, QUICA is imprisoned in the United States Penitentiary, Lee, in Virginia, United States of America. QUICA remains one of the greatest hitmen who worked alongside Pablo Escobar, carrying out his commands and instructions. He killed many people during his prime years, making him one of the greatest hitmen in Colombia history. You can say that QUICA was a killer by profession and one of the meanest members of the now defunct Medellin cartel.
That's it for that video. But you know, that is crazy, you feel me? Like I said, he was good at killing. We all good at something. Some people good at basketball, football. He good at killing people. And he you know, he took advantage of that skill that he had. But that's crazy. They talking about he one of the top hitmen in Colombia history. I think he one of the top hitmen in history, period. No matter what country or state it is. Now, on the other hand, for all y'all thinking about, selling drugs, you know, yada yada, it ain't gonna get you too far. I don't know if y'all do your history on Pablo Escobar. Yeah, he made his money. He even gave back to people. Y'all do your research on that cartel. It's a rise and a fall. Something that every drug dealer, drug cartel, drug empire person, anybody got, it's always a rise and a fall. You're not, it's no good in there. There's no good in there. And for these people, it was either jail or dead. He's still in jail. He never getting out. He probably under the jail. Probably never seen the light of day again. Pablo did. Everybody in the cartel probably did. It's a few of them still living, but they went to jail. And they got out early because they gave up information. So they were snitches. Yeah, all in all, is it worth it? Probably not. I don't think it's worth it. You're going to be paranoid all the time, worried about cops, worried about other people. Even if you is making money, you can't live the way you want to live. You can't live freely. But yeah, that's it for that reaction video. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We out.